I knew that boy was cruel, but man, I didn't realize just how bad he was. Fucker. So this is from Mimi? No. No, this is from Seung-bok again. Cool. Alright, so, this happened last weekend. I went over to his family's place in the plaza at midday. The front area was all but empty. I think there may have been a customer or two that time. Only the sort who are actually there for food. I don't know why, the food's awful. Hey, I'm going to the back to see him, I said to Mimi's mother, who was behind the counter. Fuck off, the little cranky old crone said. Sure thing, I said. I don't really bother arguing with her, because who cares? At the end of the day, I've still taken her son as a lover. Ooh, this is future. This is way ahead of the last one we read. That's his phrasing, by the way, not mine. I would have just said I was banging him, but he told me, I like the sound of taking so-and-so as a lover. I want to be taken as a lover. Taken. It's the kind of possessiveness I like the sound of. I don't really get it, and also I don't really think anyone would believe that I'm the one doing the taking. Sure, I'm taller and manlier and the noble, but he is a domineering little man in comparison to me. But if he says he likes something, then I'll do it. So, been taken by me as a lover. Anyway, so I walked into the perfectly legal, friendly gambling room in the back. He wasn't playing. He was studying at the computer, which isn't really weird or anything, but he seemed to be studying together with some other man, which surprised me. I mean, I wasn't jealous or anything. Well, fine, maybe a little. I mean, he does flirt with a lot of men. Women, but I don't care about that, because he's trying to get money out of them. But I know I'm special, or at least hope that I'm special. Shouldn't be turning a blind eye to that sort of thing. Honestly, though, I was mostly just surprised at that point. The flirting with other men is only while playing cards, and studying together is our thing. I said hi to Mimi. He turns around to wave at me, and the other guy turns around. And look, this is important, I swear. He looks just like me. It's fucking uncanny, okay? Studying hard, I asked Mimi. Still classic literature. The one you said last week was so easy when you did it, he said, affecting a pout. It was cute, although I worried rightly that I had actually hurt his feelings. I've been really struggling, so I'm taking a break from gambling to dedicate myself to my studies. In retrospect, the idea of him taking a break from gambling should have been the giveaway. But I'm dumb, apparently. He's been doing pretty well, though. I'm proud of him, his friend said. Want to take a break and to go out for dinner? I offered. You're welcome to come too. Sorry, I don't think I caught your name. You two don't know each other already? I would have thought, since you're both, Mimi said, surprised. Both what? You're both from the Heo family, he said. You've really never met? No, I said, earnestly surprised. I stared, trying to figure out if I'd seen him before, but I couldn't remember seeing him at any family gatherings. That didn't really mean a whole lot, though, because seriously, fuck Heo family gatherings. I pay as little attention as I possibly can to them. I don't think I could name half my cousins, truthfully. Were you at the last family gathering? I wasn't, unfortunately. I was ill, he said. Fair enough, but I'm Heo Seung-bok. It's nice to meet you. What's your name? John dropped, I'm Seung-bok. What's your name? I am also Seung-bok. Ah ha 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 ha. Nice to meet you. Anyway, boy, I can't go to dinner. I can't do dinner out. Too poor. You could eat out in front, though, Mimi suggested, meaning his mother's restaurant, which is basically worse than dying. Well, thinking about it right now, maybe it's not actually shit food. Maybe she just has it out for me. Man, fuck, that's totally it, isn't it? Anyway, it didn't seem like a good idea. I'll cover it, don't worry about it, I insisted. For both of you, let's just get out of here. Well, fine, Mimi shrugged. We went to the place across from his, which is decent enough. So, are you also in security? I asked the other Seung-bok. Yes, of course, he said. I'm the second lieutenant of Deck 10, actually. Yourself? Felt really humbled. Being way the fuck outranked by this guy. Just a lowly officer on the plaza, sir. Oh, there's no need to sir me, he smiled. Are you alright? Mute is connecting some things about this situation. Mimi laughed, prodding at me from under the table. I'm fine, just a little surprised is all. I lied. Honestly, it was kind of freaking me the fuck out. We talked more, even after we'd finished dinner, and frankly, I just got more and more alarmed by how much we had in common past the whole name thing. I mean, the name thing was weird. Neither of the characters in mine are really common at all. And it turned out he even wrote them the same way as mine. And he ordered the same food as me right before I did. Almost the same age. Which made me feel pretty shitty about my own accomplishments, and let me tell you, when you're ordering in strange company, make sure to get a couple of things on your list, like a ranked tiered list of what things you want to order because you don't want to order the same thing as someone else. It's just never going to come out the right way. It's going to seem weird. Especially if that person looks, sounds, and acts exactly the same as you. Still, could be weird. Ranked lists. Men or women, I asked. Oh, women, he answered. Definitely women. Well, finally, there's a difference, I said exasperatedly. Ahem, Mimi cleared his throat conspicuously. Well, except for him. He's cute enough that anyone can make an exception for him, the other Seung-bok said, looking at him. I was thinking that maybe studying together with Seung-bok could be a regular thing, Mimi said, making flirty eyes. Called it threesomes with identical people. Seung-bok could be a regular thing, Mimi said, making flirty eyes, not in my direction. I'd like to get through Dream of the Red Chamber together with him, at the very least since he's read it. And that's exactly what what Mute called out. So have I stammered awkwardly, trying to fight for his attention because I am an idiot. Well, we've just gotten to chapter 20. We've gotten to chapter 20 together, where Bao Yu sleeps in front of the mirror, remember? He smiles. Besides, don't you think it would be nice, me being together with Seung-bok and Seung-bok? Let's go to the... Okay. I wonder if there's anything added to this. Knock off in the night alive is a pretty good man. Okay. Nothing new, these are the same. Wouldn't have taken up so much of your time, so you could focus more on exams so you could get promoted. I just gaped in horror at his proposal, as if he could fucking suggest such an awful thing. I wanted to spend more time with him, not less, and it was just, fuck, the thought that I was basically replaceable in his eyes. I'd been worried about that in our relationship, that I was just some interchangeable noble in his eyes, and this was just making it all worse. I really don't think, that's just kind of, I stammered something like that, I can't remember the exact wording. Mimi, I don't want to be replaced with some mirror version of me, that's... And I stopped mid-sentence. He's figured it out yet? The mirror Seung-bok asked him, trying to stifle laughter. I can't keep this up anymore. I told you he hadn't read it, Mimi enthusiastically. Fucking with me, I finally said. A little. Come on, Dream of the Red Chamber. You're supposed to have studied literature as part of becoming an officer. The mirror Seung-bok said to me, suddenly switching to a lot less stilted voice. You don't remember the part where Bao Yu meets the other Bao Yu? Thing we spent the past hour reenacting? I was never really good with classical literature. See, I'm right. Important to be well read. Alright, fine. He said, reaching into his purse and putting down money on the table. Like I said before, of course it couldn't be true that Mimi was taking a break from gambling. Who's a giant fucking idiot? This guy. I cracked up before he figured it out. You win, I'm speechless. Then he said goodbye and left. Fucking hell, I can't believe you'd do that to me. I yelled at him, honestly upset. Mimi, you giant fucking cock. Mimi got up, came over to my side of the table, sitting next to me. Well, you're an idiot for believing it, he said, wrapping his arm around my shoulder. I was upset at him. But I have a hard time saying no to physical comfort from him, even when I think he's an asshole. Then he looked at me very suddenly and intensely and said, there's no such thing as mirror versions of someone. There's no such thing as someone out there who is like you except more desirable. You're special to me, and I can't believe you're actually stupid enough to think I could find any way to replace you at all. There's no such thing as someone who I'd love in the way I love you. Am I perfectly clear? Aww. Yeah. I felt pretty humbled and touched. Still upset, but mostly touched. It was sweet, in his own awful way. If you're not too mad at me, I'm gonna kiss you now, and it's gonna make me really happy because you're special and have a good taste and are someone I love, he said, leaning close. If that's alright with you. It is. Cruel fucker. Oh, this is adorable. Love it. That was fun. That was a riot. Obviously, I am not well read either. Not sure if that's real, but it probably is to some extent. Maybe not necessarily that name. I wouldn't know, but hopefully it is, because yeah, got a pretty well read universe going on here. Oh, now we gotta read Mimi, and it says please talk to me, and that sounds sad. But then we'll go into another part. So, let's hit this last one. This is the last one of this block, so... Oh no, Mute! No! No! Okay, I wanna see how this spoiler ends. No such thing as spoilers. Spoilers are a lie. Once you're spoiled, still the journey of finding out how that spoiler works is just as rewarding as having it not spoiled itself. I promise you that. I promise. I swear that's how it works. So, love affair ends. I know you think I'm an error untranslatable, but please, just at least hear me out. If I have to beg, I'll beg, but please, just, dear Seung-bok, so yeah. Where it was going. After all the good times we shared together, I think I deserve to be heard out. I wish you could understand. She's just a woman. I'm sorry, you're absolutely right. I was wrong to not tell you about the engagement sooner. Oh no! But what was I supposed to do about it? I didn't have any effective choice in the matter. It was about money, Seung-bok. I promise it was only about money. Getting by on gambling can only go so far, and with all the morality crackdowns of late, it's not sustainable. You should know that as well as anyone working in security. If it was just me that was poor, it would be fine. But my family, well, we needed the dowry, and yes, we're going to have a child together, but only for the money. It's just for the motherhood credit. Do you really think I'm the sort of person who'd enjoy being married to a woman? Reminder, motherhood credit. That was where they're having lower class people being paid to have babies. Well, everyone being paid to have more babies because birth rates are low and they want to keep having, I don't know why, but they want there to be a higher birth rate for some reason. Despite that might actually be because of gamma radiation that being researched right now. But that is, yeah, so that's where some of those narratives are colliding. Motherhood credit. Besides, she needs it too. I don't love her and never will because she's not my cute security boy. I'm just taking pity on a poor woman whose family can't afford to support her anymore. And please, honestly, you've seen what she looks like. If I don't take her in, who would? Wow, I didn't realize he was so responsible. She's not a threat to you. I realize intent isn't what's important, so still, I'm sorry that I've managed to hurt you like I have. I was thoughtless to not consider your feelings, but it doesn't mean we still can't be together if you can forgive me. I always tried to be very cool when I was with you, but I just can't do it now. You mean so much to me. My life is so much better with you in it. I know I'm married to a woman now, but the only space in my bed and my heart is for you, cute boy. Please forgive me. Please, 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 please. I'm just so sorry to have hurt you, and I just want to make it right. If I have to suffer, then fine, I deserve it, but I know you're hurting too, and I just want to make it right. Love, painfully, Mimi. He's a commoner, but he's got the heart of a gentleman, for sure. Mute, please! This is adorable! You're a commoner. Okay. Now, can computer AIs have a specific class? Well, I guess she's coded to have a specific class within her AI. At least she's dressed to be coded as in one specific way. But, yeah. Weird. AI... Trying to think how, if there's a reason or purpose why an AI would choose a lower class or standing or some kind of identity that would be lower in some way, or if they even have that kind of choice, because Mute has been very clear that she can change her identity in some ways, but I don't know if that means she can change her gender, at least how she identifies as a gender. I would assume, but she hasn't, so I don't know. Everything else is good to go. Hair color, eyes, age, clothing styles. I don't know. Those are interesting questions.